Hey, what's up? It's me, Spencer Lilly. I've just returned after, since February. It's very good to see you again. It's been a very long time. I'm sorry I couldn't reach you. There was a lot of stuff that went on, and I certainly don't want to go through with it. But yeah, there's also been some changes and stuff. So, but it's good to see you all again. You know, through all of experiences, those lots of stuff I went through. While I went through year 10 exams, I had to revise a lot, and I was in other program mode, and I couldn't return to Thomas until the moment was right. But here I am again. Oh, and you'll notice something different about my train room. I've had to move room, because this was my old bedroom, but I moved into the other room, which was my train room. I only did that. My mother decided, because this wall is just collapsing, and the wallpaper, it's just falling apart. So Mom decided to me to the other room, so there's no more drips of rain from when the stormy nights coming on my bed. So this is far better, and I have a bit more space. Only now I only have two plugs to put in two adapters. But in the other case, here's my train set now. In fact, my whole train room. So yeah. Anyway, I've come to see you all today because this new video is about something convincing, and we're looking at it right now. Yep, it's the pack of Phineas and Ferb figures I got from a Disney store in London. I had these for a couple of years. The pack, along with the poster. You're looking at the poster now. So yeah. So that's today's review. Let's take a close look at the models. Aren't they good? The fabulous design. I put them all. I decided to put them all in groups that I like to arrange. Only one of them is single. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, but let's start off with the box. Now it's very good, isn't it? And it's removable, so you can take the figures out of this part, and this is removable. Oh, and it shows you the back. Yeah, so I got this in like 2012 in early November. Oh, and the way I need to open this up is to take this off the box, and yeah, so that was the way of opening it. Oh, let me just put it back there. Okay. So yeah, it's a good looking box, isn't it? It's got Phineas on this side and Ferb on that side. So that's one of the Phineas and Ferb pieces of merchandise is that I've got, along with the DVDs and a Phineas and Ferb storybook collection, a story collection book from the works. Anyway, and here's the Phineas and Ferb title. There's probably the platypus or Agent P, telling you that there's a poster included, and we're looking at it. And there's the Disney Store logo. And so, does something else need to be shown? No? Well, I know this wasn't. Oh! I know it's a bit blurry, but it tells you whereabouts in London. Oh, you can see it? Yeah. So, it's from London. Let's look at the poster now, before we get to the figures. So a great looking poster, isn't it? There's Phineas playing a red guitar. There's Ferb playing an orange guitar. And there's over here we have Agent P fighting Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. So, it's good versus evil. And of course there's Phineas and Ferb's sister, Candace, the teenager. And there's their friend, Isabella. Yeah. I like it when they added her to the pack, Isabella. Right, so let's go on with the figures. We'll start with these two, Doofenshmirtz or Heinz, even. And there's Agent P. Or should it be Perry? In secret agent form. Let's look at Perry. Now, I've got to say, this is actually quite good, Oh, and his beaver tail, it's pointed upwards. I think it shows when he's ready to fight, And you're looking at his face, it's perfect. Yeah. What can I say? Well, he's stern looking. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Stern looking. So, because he's got a stern face, telling us that he's ready to fight. And we move on to Doofenshmirtz. Now, he's an evil scientist. That's why they decided to make his face look evil. And I like his hairstyle. It's got 1, 2, 3, 6 spikes. It looks like a starfish, doesn't it? And his lab coat, really good. So perfect design. Sorry you had to see that. So Perry and Doofenshmirtz, they're real fighters. Shall I give you a bit of action? Alright, so there's Agent P, defeating Doofenshmirtz from an evil scheme, and then they start to fight, but then Perry wins, and, let's say he defeats Doofenshmirtz like this. Sorry, that was a blooper. So, Perry's won the battle, and he flies away in some paraglide, although it doesn't come with that. It's just pretend. Let's move on to Candace, shall we? So here she is, the Phineas and Ferb Buster. She looks pretty stern with a smile, doesn't she? I'm beginning to think of some negatives about her. Now, don't get me wrong, I think she's a great character, but I like to think that there should be a defense to keep Phineas and Ferb from getting busted, because I've seen the episode at last on TV when Phineas and Ferb finally get busted, and then they get brainwashed. But then luckily Candace comes to a rescue and realizes it's a mistake. But actually, it turns into a dream. She keeps failing, and it's as if some miracle's happening and saving them. So that's Candace. Let's move on to Ferb, and they're not doing much platypus kind of Perry. So there's Perry in normal form, and it says Disney China, showing that he's made from China, and his beaver tail straight. So he's some kind of square shape, his body, and square shape. There's a difference of Perry. When he's normal, his his body is square shaped, but when he's in secret agent form, he's kind of round, really, and he has hands, and in normal form he just has paws. Yes. And there's a line under his beak, but this one doesn't have it. So that's kind of a difference. Let's go to Ferb, shall we? Here he is pointing up his finger, showing that he's making out a point. I kind of like this character, not very much, but coming up with some good ideas, although, whatever. So, I like to think that Ferb is a good character, He does a few good deeds, and, I suppose, well, that's the best I can get, but he's not so bad. And I like to think that what do I like to think? Well, he's such a good, lovable character. And last but not least, we go to Phineas and Isabella. So there be Finbella. You know why I put these together? Well, I've looked over the Phineas and Ferb Wikipedia and seen that Isabella has a crush on Phineas, although he has no idea. But I have an imaginary world inside my head, thinking about how they reach each other's feelings, because I've seen a few clips of Phineas and Ferb at your age, the future episode when they're all teens. and Candace goes over. But you know, I still think they could have reached each other's feelings when they're, you know, still at this age. But yeah, I think they make a good couple. You know, Phineas and Isabella's relationship is my favorite part of Phineas and Ferb, I must say. So yeah, I just think it's good. Well, that's the Phineas and Ferb figure pack. So listen, this might not come around as much as a surprise, but well, I'll do the best I can to you know, come up with another fantastic video on something if I get the chance. And if you yeah, when you comment on this video, if you're asking me to do something about you know, these two, you just tell me. I'll see what I can do anytime. So that's the video. All right. See you soon, people. Bye.